Hello again, welcome to Makery by Mooney. I had hoped to have this video uploaded by now, but just had some little personal things happen, which, that kind of thing does happen. I had hoped to show the steaming of the rice, but that would have been kind of a really tedious process anyway. I know in my promo short, I mentioned that the starches in rice is a unique grain in the sense that it can't be malted like barley or wheat or corn or whatever. If you want to really meaningfully convert its starches into sugar, it has to be done with a special strain of fungi called kogi and all this, that, and the other. I subsequently did a little more research. Apparently, boiling rice can convert some of the starches into sugar. It's just there's not as much efficiency as with those other grains. So we'll put it this way, I spared you the monotony of me steaming rice. I went way overboard with it, as you can see. There's at least 3 cups of rice in there. And after I steamed it, I took probably a cup and a half and boiled it in my water I will use for the sake. There's about 3/4 of a gallon in there. And like I mentioned before, the main fermentable sugar I'm going to use is table sugar. I'm going to use about 2 cups of that. I will put you in the old phone holder. We use this sugar, melting it to attenuate some of the heat in this, and it'll maybe get it down to yeast pitching temperature a little more quickly.
Wow, cool, Daddy. What are you making?
I don't know, honey.
Well,
Why don't you go in there and finish picking your stuff up?
yeah, putting up. Yeah, but this for a waster, but I hurt my foot on that
Oh gosh,
chair.
that's
I
awful,
went
honey.
to go put
Approximately
my
2
seat
cups.
for a waster.
Now, like I said, I did discover that the rice is going to contribute somewhat after being boiled to the fermentable sugar content, however, most likely negligibly. But it is going to contribute yeast nutrient and, most importantly, contributing to the flavor profile. It's definitely far from blood temp, so as I mentioned on previous videos, if it is even the slightest bit uncomfortable for you to put your finger in, it's too hot for the yeast.
Oh, sorry, Dad.
While that's cooling down, I just wanted to kind of, talk with my audience. We're always open to constructive criticism. If you want to tell us some kind of brew that you want to see brewed, it is most likely our first time doing it, I can tell you that. You wonder what I'm doing here. I'm stirring this, trying to get it cooled down. I've not necessarily completely pigeonholed myself. I mean, I've brewed everything from an oatmeal stout to a pineapple mead. But let's be honest, there's people who've done a lot more in this craft than me. I mean, they've done pretty well almost literally every kind of brew you can think of under the sun. Oh, it'll be interesting anyhow, and you may even get some laughs at my expense, which is fine. Anyway, some notes on sake. In Japanese, I was talking to my wife this afternoon, and I could rightfully call this sake, whether it's made in the legit sake way or not, because in Japanese the word sake just means liquor. It dates back to circa 300 BC, and that's probably just recorded history, although in Asian culture recorded history goes back quite a bit. It's a pretty advanced culture. There are basically two grades of sake, and this never made sense to me. Low grade sake is served heated traditionally, because supposedly that dulls the flavors of the inferior sake, and then superior sake is served cold. Now, I prefer cold beverages. I really don't drink hot cocoa or coffee or any kind of thing that would require you that you drink it warm. I like cold, refreshing beverages. But to me, if there's some kind of pungent, unpleasant odor in a beverage, drinking it warm, in my opinion, would bring that out drinking something cold, like the pure, just punch in the mouth, cold, refreshing potency of that kind of numbs any kind of bad flavors. So I've never understood that. As I said on the promo short, the only way to really convert starch to sugar efficiently in in rice is to use a special fungi called kogi. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Okay, let me fix it real quick, and then please leave me alone, okay?
Hello?
Here, take it, please. Okay, thank you. And I hate to sound redundant, rice just is not as efficient as other grains. Corn, barley, wheat, whatever. You can boil it, and that'll you gotta know what you're doing, but that'll pretty efficiently convert most of the starches into sugar. But anyway, I could probably get access to some kogi, that special fungi that converts most efficiently converts starch into sugar with rice. But, this channel has a very low overhead. This is not the way I make a living. Oh. In part, I intend for this to be a drinkable, legit fermented beverage. I intend for all of my recipes to be legit fermented, drinkable beverages. But in another kind of way, anytime you're home brewing, it's always kind of an experiment. There's just a little bit of background for sake for you. And also, like I said before, if you want to mention in the comments anything you want to see me try, I'm open to try to brew anything. So we'll check on it again, see how the temperature is. And we may have to add a little bit of cold water, just to, it's going to affect the gravity some, but in order just to bring it down to yeast pinching temperature just a little more quickly, or else we're going to be doing this for a while. And I get from the analytics that you all really don't get off on long videos, which I hate. There's definitely value in longer videos if you have the attention span to sit through them. Just putting some cold water in there. Just a little bit more. So I don't know. This is going to be about half the length, or maybe a little bit more, maybe 2/3 the length of my typical brew day video. And it might get more likes just because it was shorter. Still a bit hot. Okay, I'd say that's close enough. Using baker's yeast as usual. I'm a bit really fussy about what kind of yeast I'm going to use. Just going to put a few, just spoons of just like the regular spoon you use to eat. You might over pitch just a little bit just because, like I said, the yeast is going to provide some nutrients to the so the rice is going to provide some nutrients, but it's going to be similar to a kill you or a water wash. Sorry, sugar wash. It's not the yeast or compared to a wine or a beer or a hard cider, it's not going to have, all the stuff it needs. So we want to overpitch just a little bit. This for kind of insurance, If you can see that, most of the time yeast will kind of fall out of suspension before it flocculates. In other words, it will fall down to the bottom, which is kind of disconcerting, and then it will kind of gather into colonies. It will float back up to the top and create a dome of fermentation foam. What are we going to do back with the rest of this rice? Well, at 9 o'clock at night, we're not going to eat it. So we keep basically a slop bucket for our chickens, and I'm going to put it in there. That's it. Chickens are kind of like garbage disposals. They will eat anything. I mean, they'll eat anything. Some of the stuff you might give them might kill them, but they will eat anything. It's an amazing thing. Now, if you can see this, you see all those yeast colonies coming back up to the surface, which I don't want you to get like disheartened discouraged if you don't have a beautiful foam dome, as Brian and Derica from City Stead Brewing always call it, right away. You got to kind of give the colony a chance to develop. I'll be back with you guys in just a sec. And incidentally, I want to say we appreciate you guys' patience and support with our channel. We know not most, all of our content is like raw, unfiltered, unedited, unpolished, what some people might call crap. But I think the evidence of your own overwhelming support is in just barely a month, we've had almost 17 hours of watch time, almost 2,000 views, and 16 subscribers. Like I said, I think that's something. And believe me, I don't intend our content to remain this low level of caliber for the life of the channel. I can't invest much. I want to get a little better camera, and I want to get like the cheapest editing software you can get. Other than that, I do want to do better. Gotta wash some dishes, and I'll be back with you. show you guys. This colony is definitely healthy. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get it into fermenting containers, get it aerated, and get it put away where it can ferment in peace. Oh God, that is always already so reminiscent of sake. Just the rice and the sugar and the yeast together. What, honey? Come here, honey. Come over here carefully. All right. You see that?
Wow, cool.
Is that cool?
Yeah, it's sand.
Yeah, is it like sand?
Yeah, because it's
I guess kind of.
peach.
Yeah. Is it peach colored?
But I'm sure quite like inside.
Seriously, hopefully someday they develop smell-o-vision. 'Cause oh, that's gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good.
Up and turn on.
Leah, put that broom up now, please. because I said something.
But I'm gonna say hi.
You can say hi.
And yeah, no, wait, Mom, but it's this.
Had to find a way to get some of the actual rice in there.
He said I can't say hi.
That's our sweet little daughter Malia. She is a sweet little girl. She has to be involved in everything, and we love her. You might ask me about all the aeration that's going on here, but at this point aeration isn't a problem. Actually, aeration's good at this point. At some point here we're going to call it good. We want approximately half the rice in each fermenting container, which is going to take about two. About half the rice in each fermenting container, and about half the mash in each fermenting container. We'll do one more spoonful and then call it good. I don't think we'll have to do the spoon routine on the next bottle. Alright, let's get this thing aerated. Oh god, that smells good. Just another fermenting container here. Huh?
I guess Alec Baldwin isn't in jail.
Alec?
Yeah.
Apparently not. Right the second one. Okay, as is typical of this channel, usually we'll do my recipes are about a 2-week fermentation. We'll do a sampling about halfway through, and then a final tasting. I really do appreciate the people who view this. I know compared to YouTube veterans, this stuff is crap. I realize that. And I don't intend on it being like that forever. I appreciate your loyalty, and I promise you, with God as my witness, this content will get better. So, if you like this content, like and subscribe, and hope you have a good night. Thank you for watching Makery by Mooney.